Okay. I just finished the Guardians of Desire arc. Supposedly the arc I am on right now with the Count. These chapters, like these 3 to 4 chapters. Oh my god. That is so fucked up. That is so fucked up. Dude. That is sad. That is sad. Really. The last panel I saw was Guts tearing up crying because Teresa, what he said to Teresa to kill yourself. And I'm like, dude, that's so sad. It is so fucking sad, dude. It is so sad. I mean, oh my god, man. This was so sad. These 4 chapters, man. I was going to read this entire volume, but I stopped when I saw the Golden Age arc pop up. I thought it was going to be far into the future, but I saw the first chapter of the Golden Age pop up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop here, going to review this arc, and I'm going to review the Golden Age arc after I'm done reading it. So, this freaking... this volume. The fucking reveals. Holy shit! Griffith. I've heard this name mentioned a couple of times in this series. I've heard it a couple of times when I've heard people talk about Berserk. But to see what this is, I already have so many theories. So from what I saw from these couple chapters I read, Griffith was someone that used to be in a war with Guts in the past. And not just any war, they were friends. They looked to be friends. Griffith, from what I can see, is a female. From what I can see from the character design. A very buff fucking female. If it's not a female, correct me if I'm wrong. Just the way the eyes look, the character design looks like a female. I'm just gonna be honest here. Sorry if I get that wrong. But Griffith, to find out that she technically, or he, she, whatever, Griffith sacrificed Guts and marked him as a sacrifice to gain power. That's clearly what happened. After reading this volume, I had to reread the volume again just to see if what I saw was correct. I looked back through the pages like, oh my god, it just... I'm not gonna lie to you, Chibis. I'm not gonna lie to you. This might be, personally, one of my favorite manga I have ever read in quite a long time. This shit... just to see how the impact of these first couple chapters are, this fucking arc is dark. So dark. Like, let's get into the specifics. The Count. At first, I thought the Count was just a greedy bastard that wanted power. Wanted to kill people, destroy people, wanted vengeance. But it wasn't that. It was a lot deeper and darker than wanting vengeance. Supposedly, the Count, technically, was put in that position as a demon because of circumstances of his own wife. He didn't ask to be a demon. He didn't want to be a demon. He didn't want to be what he was. You could clearly see at the end, when he was dragged into the abyss of hell itself, he had a human heart, and he cared about his daughter Teresa. He really cared about her. And to see in this chapter, or this volume, I don't know why I'm saying chapter, to see in this volume, that he was coming back from war, okay? And he was just silencing heretics, pagans that were worshipping other gods, demon gods and stuff like that. He came back and he was tired and he wanted to rest with his daughter and wife. When he got into his chamber, he saw a pagan ceremony going on with a bunch of women, guys, and his wife wrapped around this demonic statue and pretty much having sex with it. As a standpoint, as a person, from my perspective, after reading this, the Count did something that normal humans wouldn't have been able to do. I don't agree with him killing people, but I could see in his standpoint of what he was trying to do and accomplish. He was going out and trying to stop pagans. He was trying to stop heretics. And then he comes back, and even in his own fucking kingdom, his own domain, he comes in and finds out that probably his servants and people are worshiping these pagan gods. And then his wife is even a part of it. The person he loved the most was a part of this. And to see how it was handled, how he pretty much broke down. He just chopped everybody up. He chopped every single person that was in that room. He chopped up man, female, everybody. And when he left his wife amongst the corpses, he looked at her and he was about to cut her head off, but he stopped. And that shows you how much he truly loved her. He did love her. He stopped himself at the last moment from killing his wife. But amongst that love, he had that hatred, that unquenchable hatred he had for his wife after what she did. And then that behemoth opened up to another dimension. The laws of fate, supposedly. And the God Hand put him in a position to where he couldn't back out of. And he technically did not mean to sacrifice his wife, from what I could see from the chapter. He didn't want to sacrifice it, but the words he accidentally said, he sacrificed his wife's life, and he turned into what he was. And so, it's fucked up how his life was toyed with, messed with, twisted into the circumstances he was in. And to see how, even though he was technically a demon after that. He was a demon, and he buried his human emotions, and he killed people, he devoured people. We saw this with Vargas. But you see how he still had love for his daughter, and to see his willpower against these God Hands when he was begging the God Hand to save him. And he was asking them to sacrifice Guts. And supposedly from the God Hand, what they specifically say to him is that no, you don't really hate that man. You just met him. You'd think that since he has killed a bunch of our disciples, a bunch of the God Hands, like worshippers and disciples and demons and stuff under, like, you know, soldiers, that you'd have more hatred. But supposedly from it, he didn't have hatred towards Guts, the Black Swordsman. He just had a strong desire to live. And the only way he could have lived was by sacrificing his daughter. And he didn't want to do that. And it's sad because the action he took to not sacrifice his daughter, he did not want to sacrifice his daughter, he got dragged into hell itself. Now, this is what I want to talk about, okay? I think the manga is Kentaro, if I'm correct. Kentaro, the writer and the fucking artist of this volume. That fucking hell abyss. Okay, I know there's work in museums where they put them up for money, a lot of money, because you could feel the vibe, like the vibes from like evil vibes, good vibes, happy vibes, something. You know, artwork is meant to show emotion, and good artists know how to do that. I've said it many times already in reviews, but with this fucking chapter, when you see the gate of hell itself just open up, wide open, and you see these souls just circling inside, you see the artwork on the skulls, the terror on the faces, as they're going in and coming out of this hell, you see like this tower of fucking souls coming out and dragging the count inside, was terrifying. I felt the emotions in the artwork itself. The artwork alone tells a story. When I can feel the emotions from the mangaka, that is when you know he knows how to fucking draw. Now, I personally believe what really shocked me with the artwork of this volume, now when you first see that dimension open up, the stairs, the fucking stairs, the three-dimensional stairs, that takes a lot of work. I may not be no artist. I may not be able to fucking draw. But I can see how hard it must have been to draw that one panel in this volume. When you see the stairs, the three-dimensional stairs upside down, sideways, and you see the levels and dimensions of the artwork of how the stairs were drawn. That right there, I am scared as fuck to know how long he probably drew that. I don't even want to know how many hours that must have took to make that look so fucking realistic. It looked real. Like, the artwork looked like it was 3D. Like, it was popping out of the image. And I am just talking about the fucking artwork of this volume. That is fucking insane. Okay. The thing that happens this volume is Guts. We find out Guts was a sacrifice. Like, this brand, it causes pain when demons is around. Like, I made multiple theories about it. I said it was a curse, and technically, it is a curse, from what I could see. The God Hand seems to be the only people that can put this curse onto someone, and it causes them to be a sacrifice where eventually they will go to hell. So, from what I am seeing in this chapter, in this volume, is that Guts is cursed to go to hell. At the end of time, when he finally dies, he will be dragged into hell itself. And that is really sad to find out the ending of our main male character is going to end up in hell. Our main character is going to end up in hell. And what saddens me even more is because I think also he was put in circumstances of being branded. It seems personally from this chapter is that Guts was he had that mark put on him because of Griffith, from what we find out in this chapter, because she wanted power. He wanted power. And he did not ask for that. And from what I can see, is now he's cursed to go to hell. He's a sacrifice by the laws of fate, and he can't stop it. He was cursed to go to hell without his choosing. No matter how much good he does, he's forever eternally damned to go to hell, from what I can see. And that is very, very dark. I mean, imagine, you lived your life. Good, honest life, trying to be a good person, good Samaritan. You did everything you can to save people. And you find out no matter how much good you do, how great you are as a person, that you're eternally damned to go to hell. How would that make you feel as a person? Truthfully, think about that for a second. That is very, very sad. And it makes you really feel sorry for Guts as a character. I could be wrong about this is my theory, but it's pretty obvious to tell what is going on here. He's definitely been put under a curse by Griffith. That's what I exactly can see from this. And truthfully, at first I was actually laughing when I saw Griffith. I thought Griffith was like, Captain Falcon or Batman or something. I want to be honest. That fucking outfit looked like a Falcon or Batman. But after finding out that I can't really make fun of Griffith because after that fucking shit that was unveiled in this, just, oh my god. Berserk. I wish more series were like this. It's hard to run across a manga or an anime or even a real series that goes to the level of this. I mean, these are some very controversial themes in this manga, like hell, death, fucking raping a demon, getting to see children chopped up and speared. I mean, there's so much controversial themes in this manga that it is scary. And that's what makes me really respect the mangaka of this series, doing something that is not normal. This is not normal. This stuff like this manga, would not fly at all. At all in today's anime. Oh, fuck no. Dude, we think Tokyo Ghoul is censored. We think, Akame Got Kill is censored. Fuck no. You couldn't have this manga even air, as an anime. That is how bad and violent it is. It is that fucking dark. They would have to censor every single freaking scene. There would be nothing but black. You should call it, Berserk Black Edition or Censor Edition. I mean, it would not be an anime. It would not. And that right there just shows you how dark the mangaka were in those 1990s, 1980s when they were writing manga. Now, getting off the fact of that, okay? I feel like seeing Vargas in the crowd of souls that were dragging in the Count in this volume, dragging him into hell, that right there really put the final fucking nail in the coffin, because Vargas, he was an honest to good person. I mean, a couple chapters ago, he was the honest to good fucking person. I mean, what did he do wrong? He loved his family. He cared for his family. His family got tortured, chopped up, cut up, and ate by the fucking Count in front of him. And then he had his own face devoured and cleaved off, hacked off, like freaking meat. And he has, no legs. You see him a couple chapters, chapter 3, you see that. And I'm like, what the fuck? This dude goes to hell because of that? That is messed up. That is some dark, dark stuff. Because, I mean, he didn't deserve that. He really did not deserve that. Now, I want to mention something real quick that a couple of Chibis pointed out, and a couple of these past chapters I've been reviewing. Supposedly, Dark Souls references Berserk. Dark Souls takes key figures like character designs from Berserk and implements it into its series, which is fucking scary. That is very, 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 very scary if Berserk is influencing one of my favorite games of all fucking time. That is terrifying. It is really, really terrifying. Oh. Damn, this series is good. Damn, this series is fucking good. I don't know how to express this anymore. I mean, I am absolutely fucking speechless. There is no way in fuck I can express my excitement anymore to all of you, because I'm at that point to where I feel like this is beating my hype level of Hunter x Hunter. Now, think about this for a second. If you've been with me for a long time, you know my hype levels of Hunter x Hunter. You know how I felt about Netero versus Marilyn, Golem versus Pito, stuff like that. Yuppie, Poof, just all sorts of different things, events, Hisoka. And for me to admit this, okay? Yeah. It may be just me saying it as the moment, but I can't deny the darkness this series implements off. You know, I actually heard a couple people tell me that the writer, the mangaka of this, has to take breaks. Like, because this series is so fucking dark, he has to take breaks and be put in the hospital. I heard something like that. I heard a couple of people tell me that the mangaka literally has to stop writing his series because he has nightmares and it scars him when he writes this. If that is true, damn, Stephen King, move fucking aside and look at this dude. This is how you do a horror. This is how you do dark stories. You know, I walked into this series expecting dark, violent plot. And I'm at the point of, I don't know what you fucking chapter I'm on. I think 7, 8, 9, I don't know. I just finished Guardian Desires or whatever. Right before the Golden Age arc that's coming up next chapter. When I walked into this series, I thought it was going to be good, yes. I heard a lot of people tell me it's fucking great, but, I mean, I never usually let the hype of, you know, people of a series just get me up there. But I can't deny the phenomenal quality of Berserk. I've never seen a series like this. It's greatness. It's greatness. If anyone has never started this series, oh my god, you're missing out. I can't recommend this series to children, though. I definitely cannot recommend it to children. Yeah, usually if a child probably 12 or 13 or even 15 or even 16 was to try to read this, I'm willing to bet they probably wouldn't understand the themes. They probably would just look at it as like, it's got some perverted fan service and tits and all that and ass, and like, oh my god, yeah, that looks so awesome. But no, this series, the way they use the themes of the sexual content, it's not even pleasing. It's like Game of Thrones, pretty much. It's like, you know, it's there because to set the mood and theme of this series. That's exactly the vibe I'm getting from Berserk. And that is scary. So, I think I'm rambling on. I need to end this review because I could talk for fucking hours after this. This chapter, man. Or this volume. I don't know why I keep saying fucking chapter. I read it all in one go. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. And thank you so much, Chibi, for recommending me this. Oh my god. Chibi out.